So my name is Guy. We host, my wife Sarah and I host a home group here in our house in Grandview. Meets on Wednesday nights at 7:30. We've been doing it now for just about a year.
It's really important for us to have a culture where people feel safe to open up and to be real and authentic and actually check in, not give the surface answers, but check in, like, how are you really doing?
It really starts and stops with kind of inviting God, and I feel like He really does show up. And then we read through the Bible together and just value each other's perspectives in it. And what does it mean to implement it into our lives? Like, why is the Word living and why is it transformative? And how do we encourage one another to use it? And why is it important to our lives?
Maybe you're struggling for a little bit of experiencing God in your life, but when you bring those people around the table, it's so encouraging to see God working in their lives. It kind of exponentially, you can experience God through other people's perspectives and experiences.
It is very challenging, I think, at times and seasons of your life to make it a priority. I think we have such busy lives now that it's just very hard to commit a single night. We fill our lives with a lot of things, but I think the reason I make it a priority and the reason I think it is important and the reason why I would commit an hour and a half, 2 hours a week is because I think the reward at the end of it, getting to know people, getting to put God into your life, getting to carve out a moment of where He gets to say what's happening to that precious amount of time that you have is important. It changes you. It helps you walk through other parts. You're building the foundation of your Christian faith slowly but surely. I think it can be intimidating to start a new home group, to go into a space where a group is already established and feel like you're coming into it, and it could be difficult for you. So what do you do in that situation when you feel a little bit intimidated? What I would encourage, start on a one-on-one level, just to know what this, what it's like to come to the group. And just for the intimidation factor, when you do hopefully decide to join a group, nobody has their act together. Everybody has something that they bring to the group that, we're just walking through life together. We're trying to figure it out together as one poor beggar asking another beggar. Or, I don't know what the Christian analogy is. Maybe I ruined this answer here, but, I think we're all just trying to walk a little bit forward in this life that can be challenging. Nobody has their act together. I haven't met anyone that's come to our group that, doesn't want to just grow closer with God and want to grow closer in community. And if God's at the center of it, He'll handle a little bit of the nervousness that might come from meeting new people.
Yeah, and the other thing I'd add to that is a little bit of hold steady, that it takes a while to experience life together, and even it wouldn't be natural if you walk in and you get that instant connection right away. So, our group's been meeting for over a year, and it's throughout that, and weekly, right? So it's over that year where you develop the connections and the context, and you can't share your story in 5 minutes, but as these pieces come together, it's really, then it becomes a home.
I think we all have our jobs where we're 9 to 5, and that we all have very different backgrounds. Sometimes you don't always have that voice during the week that's allowing you to focus in on God. You have a lot of voices that could be counter to that. I think carving out a moment a week to let God into it, let God speak the direction that He wants in your life is important. If you're constantly bombarded by a counter culture to God, it can be hard. So how do we walk through that together? How do we go out into the world as strong believers? And how do we walk through difficult situations together? People come at times to group and it can be hard. They can be going through a really tough season. And I'm just thankful for when I have people in my life to help me through it. What if you need a babysitter? What if you need something random, that you get from having a family, God? And I think it's really rewarding. I think it's where God wants us to be, like I said.